Hey everyone, welcome back to Dan and his van. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what my solar is costing me and other miscellaneous stuff that I want to let you know, like showering, heat, air conditioning, things like that. But as always, before I get started, love, hate, subscribe, click that bell icon, and you'll be notified of the next video. Okay, so as you know, danandhisvan.com. Follow me on YouTube again. And so, yeah, let me pull up now let me preface this entire video by saying, if you don't know how, my theory in life is, if you don't know how to do something yourself, or you can't do something yourself, then you really can't bitch about the price of things and how much it costs. You can actually go out and compare costs and things like that, but I can't install the solar system myself. I don't know how to do it. Maybe I can learn it. It's intimidating to me. Plus, I have a full-time day job. I want it done sooner than later. If I had 6 months to figure it out, sure, I could figure out how to do the solar myself. I could watch all these DIY YouTube videos and do it, but I can't do that, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get someone else to install it for me. Okay, so this is my price. So if you have any comments or suggestions or anything, as always, put them below, but just realize where I'm coming from, because my original estimate that I got was almost $5,000. And somebody said that's ridiculous, but I was comparing prices. And I said, I really can't bitch about how much something costs if I can't do it myself. And that's how it is in life. So just to make that disclaimer before I get started. So let me pull up the spreadsheet that I made as far as how much this is costing so far. Okay. And also, just so you know, I ordered all top of the line stuff because I had a budget of $3,000, and that's the budget that I wanted to stick to. But that allowed me to get a lot of top of the line stuff and not to spare any expense on this install, because I only want to do it once. Plus, I wanted to make it overkill so I could add to it and still have. I would only have, the only thing I would have to buy in addition would be like an extra battery, another battery for $1,000, and I can expand to this system and double it as far as capacity goes. Okay, so the inverter itself, the battery monitor, and the charge controller, that cost $903 from I got everything on Amazon except one part off Amazon. The 12-volt 300 amp hour lithium battery, that was $1,040, and I had a coupon for $50 off. It would have been about $1,100, so that was $1,041. There's a DC accessory outlet that will be attached directly to the battery itself. It won't go through the inverter or anything. It'll be an add-on to the battery, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to use that for. Use that for your fridge, electric blanket, anything that plugs into a cigarette lighter. You can use the 3 accessory outlets that I'm going to have directly hooked up to the battery. Okay, and so for 2 lightly used, the person that's doing my solar had 2 lightly used. And when I say lightly used, normal voltage would be, say, 50. These are testing at 49 or 48. So it's barely less than it would be if it was brand new. It's still doing the same voltage and everything in amps. So it's not really that big a deal. Plus, I can get a good deal on them for like $125 for both. So 2 250-watt panels that will go on the roof. One will go on the back. So if you look on my van here, one will go where the door handle is, right here. That kind of splits. That's where the fan is on top. So there'll be one panel in the top, one panel in the back here on the top, and one in the front that will be mounted right before the roof curves. So there's plenty of space for 2 250-watt panels. A battery box, the person who's installing it, she's going to build a battery box for fire safety. You want to have a metal or aluminum battery box case something happens. I also have a smoke detector and a carbon monoxide detector inside my van, and she'll also punch a hole in my van to have a ventage from the battery. I believe that that's what the plan is. So assorted wires, connectors, fuses, sealant. When you punch holes anywhere, you obviously have to seal it so they don't leak. Just like when they did my fan, professional install on my fan, my Max Air fan. So that comes to about $2,744 under my $3,000 budget, which was great. This, like I said, the price, I got a price of originally $5,000 on a 200-watt system, professionally done at a local. There's only 2 places locally because I'm in a small town area. It's only 2 places locally that I could get this done without driving 2 or 3 hours to get it done. 2 hours to get it done, and yeah, so I was kind of, and that was for a 200-watt system with 200 amp hour battery, not 300. Okay. So what else do I need in order to, now I'm not planning on going full-time living in my van, like I said before, until my mom passes on, and I want to be close to my mom and see her. I'll take a week trip here and there, close by, maybe up to Flagstaff for, autumn season, maybe out east in the eastern White Mountains here for the week, and then come back on weekends and see mom on Sunday like I always do. But that's the plan. So I'm not really going full time yet. Now, when I get a fridge, that will give me the opportunity to get RV insurance too, because you can't, regular car insurance won't cover all the upgrades to my van. You have to get special insurance for that. I forget the name off the top of my head, but I got a quote on it, and it's only about $6 more a month than I'm already paying now. So it's not that huge of a jump and not huge of a big deal to change insurance to make sure you're covered just in case something happens, or maybe somebody steals everything when you're out someday or whatever. My attitude is it's only stuff. As long as you're insured for it, who cares, right? As long as you're safe and protected, that's all that really matters. So the 2 other things that I want to get, I'm going to leave the futon in there that I have in there now. It doesn't leave enough leg room for my legs when I'm working all day, so it kind of gets cramped. But I kind of found a way to give myself a little more room, so I think I can make that work in the meantime. So the DC power fridge, a dual zone, which has a freezer and a freezer and a fridge. I may buy that and just keep it in my apartment and use it when I need to, because it's such a great price right now. I think it's like 40% off or whatever. I think they're upgrading their model, and I'm going to buy the lesser model or the earlier model, and perhaps a new chair, bed, sofa. So that'll all cost me about $600. So overall, everything to get my van exactly the way I want it, maybe $3,300 to $3,500, which is great for a 500-watt solar system, including that giant battery as well, and the 2,000-watt inverter. So that's what we're looking at there. So let me move on to the, I have an example. So there's a bunch of things that people want to know. Well, how are you going to keep yourself? Let me just minimize myself a little more here. Let me do that real quick. Okay. All right. So people want to know, how are you going to keep yourself warm in the fall, in the winter? I'm not going into extreme heavy snow conditions in the winter. Matter of fact, I may go south, like down the Tombstone area in Arizona sometime in the winter to it's warmer down there than it is up here in the mountains at 5,000 feet. So I may go down that way. For the fall, it's fine. But I think as far as heat goes, I think temporarily this will work fine. I bought a electric blanket, which plugs into DC. So that's why it's good to have that accessory. Only uses 4 amp hours an hour on max setting. If I use it on the low setting, just to keep you warm when you're sleeping at night, because my van holds the heat and my van holds the cold. So if it's cold, sometimes in the morning it's colder in my van than it is outside, because it just holds that cold. It's really like sleeping in a fridge or sleeping in an oven, depending on what you want to do, because my van is not insulated. I'm not insulating my van because I don't expect to be in extreme temperatures. I'm going to be a fair weather traveler, just following the weather. Yes, you'll get caught here and there in extreme conditions or whatever, but I have the means to withstand that. And worst case scenario, I have a job. If something happens that it was too extreme, I would just get a hotel room or something like that. That's fine. Yeah, so this electric blanket will be enough for me. It was like 33 bucks. Also, people want to know, how are you going to take a shower? Now, normally I would park somewhere near an RV that I can take a shower, or you can be in a truck stop and take a shower. I think it's like $7 or something like that to take a shower in a truck stop. But I have this portable camp shower that I bought in 2020. I've used it 2 or 3 times already, and it's great. This battery pack, it's USB, it recharges the battery. I stick it in a 5-gallon bucket, 5-gallon bucket. I bought a metal bucket, and people said, well, why did you buy a metal bucket? Because I can put this, if I want to have a hot shower, I can put it over a fire, warm up the water, and then have a hot shower. So that was my method behind the metal pail. And then I tell people that, and they go, oh, that's pretty smart. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Anyway, so this shower, this USB actually gets put directly into the water, as you can kind of see here in the picture. And this spray, I mean, you can shower in 5 gallons of water all day easily. Not a big deal. Just put my bathing trunks on. And I also bought a foldable dog pool. It folds up really to like the size of not even a cinder block, like half of a cinder block. It folds up and you expand it, and it's a dog pool. And I just stand in there this way, because you don't want to be standing in mud and everything like that when you're showering. Afterwards, you can dump the water out or whatever. And remember, for those people, tree huggers and stuff like that, that you can use soap that doesn't harm the environment or whatever like that. So it's not a big deal. Dump out the water after you're done and be done with it. Or you can put it in your campfire and put the fire out, whatever you want to do. But either way, that water is there, and you're not getting muddy and everything like that. So that was my methodology for this. So that works really well. So what I was saying about the sleeper chair or a sofa and the fridge, here's the sleeper chair that I've been looking at. The only thing, and it has really great reviews, the only thing it says it's on the firm side. Now I'm 6'2", 75. So I need a topper, because I can't sleep on something that hard. It would really hurt. Really, you'd wake up with a sore back. So I have a 4-inch topper that I could coordinate with this, or I can just look around for one that's soft. They do have ones that are really soft, but they're like $500. So I'm either going to go with something like this, which would give me more room in the van, because I'll have it set it up and I can work in my chair all day. And then at night, you just turn it around and open it up, and it opens up into a full bed, which is long enough for me. I sleep on my side anyway, so it's not a big deal. Or I can go and get a regular full-size sofa. As long as it's 30 inches deep, I can sleep on my side very comfortably, not a problem. And again, I have that 4-inch topper that I could put on top of that to sleep comfortably. So I'm going to see how it works out with the futon, because it was great to sleep on the futon. I don't even open it up all the way anymore. I kind of like 3/4 open it up, because like I said, I sleep on my side. It's very comfortable. It was comfortable for 8 days. I didn't have a problem, and I had all the necessary space that I needed. Here's the fridge that I'm looking at. Excellent reviews. I did a lot of research. Look, 38% off, $29.99, free shipping. And it is a dual zone 12-volt car refrigerator, portable freezer. So it has DC, just plugs right into that accessory outlet that I was telling you. And it doesn't pull that many amps either. I think it's like 4.3 or something like that on max. It's really low as far as amperage goes. I can run my entire office and a fridge all day and everything and watch TV at night, and I would only use I think I calculated maybe 35% of my entire battery. Now, the battery, you're never going to want to discharge it below 20%, because if you do, that puts a lot of strain on it. So we're going to set it up, or she's going to set it up so it will automatically cut off at 20%. That'll increase the cycles of your battery, the lithium battery, from 3,000 in the lifetime of the battery to about 5,000 cycles from 20% up to full charge. So that's a major difference to do battery management with your lithium batteries. I'm learning along the way what she's telling me about the solar and things like that. So that's what I'm learning. That is about all I wanted to go over today. I hope this was helpful, and people that are thinking about doing this gives you some ideas. Now, again, as I always say, I am blessed to have a great job. I make a great living, and it's not like I need to do this. I want to do it because I really love it. I love the freedom. I love being able to travel around. And when I travel around, I'm going to be making extra money, as you can see on my website and my YouTube channel, making extra money to doing sports betting too. When I go to different states that I'm going to visit, like I said, once mom passes, I'm going to start traveling to different states, doing sports betting with the program that I'm in, to make a lot of extra money. And for those of you that I may not, for those of my friends out there that I may not have been able to get to your state, I may actually sometime in my life get to your state, because there's sports betting in Michigan. There's going to be sports betting in Ohio come January, Kansas, Iowa, New York, a ton, Louisiana, like all over the place where I can go. Indiana, Virginia, Tennessee, West Virginia, all over the place. So I can go stay a month in this state, work and stay a month in this state, work and stay a month in this state. And I would obviously go to the East Coast states or the Central Coast states more along the lines in the spring or the summer, or even early fall. You could, it's not that cold either. But I don't want to go anywhere where it's extreme temperatures. I don't want to go near Tornado Alley in the spring. Don't want to get stuck in your van when tornadoes are coming. So that's kind of my plan. I hope this was helpful. Again, subscribe, comment, leave me tips, ask me questions, whatever you want to do. And I will see you in the next video. And the next video, I'm hoping I might have to do it on my phone to show my solar system, probably just make a bunch of shorts and put them on my channel. But okay, thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video. Later.